Alrighty, Arcane Season 2, Episode 2. The tone has been set. We're not wasting any time. There's just gonna be war. It's gonna be Hextech versus Shimmer. Is this the right route for everyone to be going down? I don't think it matters at this point, because at the end of the day, I think this is what the people want to see. It's what I want to see, that's for sure. I imagine we'll pay a significant amount of attention to Zorn and the Undercity this episode. We pretty much know exactly where Piltover stands right now, so I reckon we'll get the other side of the coin here. Love to see a little bit more of what's going on with Victor as well. Love to see some Heimerdinger and Echo as well, see what they're cooking up, and then it's just a matter of when we get into the fighting, you know? I'll never forget how impactful episode 3 of season 1 was at the end of that first act. That's when the show really exploded and you really began to know what Arcane was trying to do. I wonder if they'll do a similar thing with the first act here. They've already started off in a pretty big way, so who knows, we could get some pretty substantial stuff this episode as well. And I'm really enjoying what they're doing with the characters. Caitlyn's going down a pretty different route. I'm enjoying how much more depth Mel's character has to her as well. And then Bess is around. I'm really keen to see her do some fighting as well. So far so good, and it's all going to get better from here. And if you guys are interested, there will be full uncut watch-along versions of all of my Arcane reactions available on my Patreon, as well as early access to all the other shows that I'm doing. And with all that being said, enjoy the video. Alrighty, episode 2. Watch it all burn. That sounds like Jinx to me.
Well, it's all going to shit.
Here she is.
Chem Barons warring for control of the lanes. Just like when Vander shoved off. Except this time, you aren't here to put it all back together.
It's such a heavy scene, man. Yeah.
How could someone put all those holes in you? I used to say I could fix anything.
What a messed up character, man. Like, you know.
Her and you. Always bossing me around. Now it's so quiet.
She gonna lay him to rest at the bottom?
What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, there's so much going on in this scene. It's not even just about Jinx and Silco here, it's Vander as well. In these waters. 07 Silco, you were a dickhead, but still, he had a lot of depth to him as well.
Have you had enough?
Yeah, there she is. Alright. Man, what a way to start this episode. And look, that tells you all you need to know. Something I noticed about Arcane Season 1 on the rewatch was so many, almost all of the episodes started with some sort of flashback just to kind of set the tone for the episode. And here we are. That's going to be a fun scene to break down after the episode. Yeah, here we go. Wait, what are we doing here? Hello? Okay, I recognize that's meant to be Smeesh, right? Okay, yeah, these are the Chem Barons. Oh, dead. One by one, all these Silco's gone. Yep, she died last episode. Oh, it's just like the counselors, man. So I know that Yordle, his name is Smeech, right? And these two are new. No. They did this in, I think it was episode 8. They started with like a music video for the Firelights. Okay. I think it's just kind of showing the state of the Undercity, you know? Silco's gone. A lot of the Chem Barons are gone. A division? I wonder who this is. Look at this imagery, man. Is this Maddie? Kind of looks like Maddie. Jinx is going through it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Is Jinx going to save her? Yeah, once they knew, they shut themselves. She's going through it. This must be directly after. Oh, the poster's in the back. Nice.
You feel it? That buzzing behind your eyes? Because you know in a moment, they could all... Ooh.
Pow. She won't.
Best feeling in the world, kid.
Damn!
Yep, that's me. You ever need a person, sibling, or a family, or a society? My card.
I'm already dead inside.
We might have seen this kid in episode 1. I recognize the hat, maybe. I don't know. I could be playing.
You know how Silco took hold of the lanes? With his bare teeth. Until I'm in Silco's chair, your only job is to make the numbers work.
And they're all trying to take over. It makes sense. Damn!
You go on ahead. Report back.
Well, he's dead. What? What that meant to be, man?
I know you're all fantasizing about sawing each other's heads off.
This is Savika. Here we go.
These turf wars have to stop.
Yeah, that's what the intro was showing us.
Topside is the real enemy. Us killing each other is playing right into their hands.
Facts.
Put aside these petty squabbles and join forces.
Ally with these two? I rather favor my chances with Topside.
There's a really good contrast going on here between top and bottom.
Is he dead? Why is he so quiet?
Oh, he saw some shit, man.
But I got a different solution. We give them Jinx. That's all they really want.
We don't hand over our people.
Oh, the Vanda. Damn, that's kind of crazy for Savika to say. To Jinx of all people?
I'll make you a deal. You help me put a bow on Baby Blue for our friends upstairs, I'll cut you a brand new puncher. But I promise, it's the last offer you're gonna get.
What's going on here then? This is the office. I see Silco's eye thing. Wonder if Jinx will be here, like she always used to be. Can't do it by yourself, Savika.
I can't believe you're dead, and I'm still mopping up your messes.
Ah!
Jeez, lady, you crazy?
Damn!
Talking to dead people.
Says Jinx.
You here to finish me off?
Haven't I done you enough favors?
Maybe they can bond over their grief.
Same time every day. Big baby couldn't do it himself.
Yep, I see it. Savika can't do her arm by herself either.
About now, he'd have me all over the lanes running his collections,
Building his weapons,
making his deals.
exploding his enemies.
He dips out, the whole world flips over. The hell we supposed to do now?
Watch it all burn.
And there it is. She gonna go rogue? That's still the feeling I get a little bit. But that was a really interesting scene.
What'd I tell you?
Oh, interesting. Well, he wants to get Jinx. It's this person again. This is in the present, so it's not Maddie. Oh, here we go. It's not Sky. Oh, that's so messed up, man. Dude, this is Void. Look at it. Oh, look at him. It's almost like he's being born anew, like coming out of that. Oh my goodness. What are you feeling, Victor? Still needs his cane. Oh shit.
Jeez. My God. What am I?
That's the question.
You're alive.
You're alive, yep.
You're alive.
What's he feeling?
You must be cold. Cold? No, I don't think so.
Ah!
I sense a charge.
Uh-huh.
A recursive impulse. Unpleasant, but cold isn't its name.
Looks like a portal.
The hex core.
Victor, it saved you. Somehow it adapted to your injuries. It was as if it was connected to you.
Yep.
But I was supposed to die. You promised to destroy the hex core.
No.
True.
Heimerdinger was wrong. We were wrong. It's not as bad as we...
It killed Sky, Jace.
He seems so blunt.
She had such dreams.
It just to the point.
I must say goodbye to this place now. To you.
Victor, you're my partner.
Our paths diverged long ago. It was affection that held us together.
So blunt.
To turn your back while your whole city looks to you for salvation? To cling to principles while your best friend bleeds out in your arms? I never asked for this!
Goodbye, Jace.
You gonna go find Singed? You really feel for Jace in this scene, and again, there's a lot to break down from that. It's really interesting. Oh, this is Donga and Echo. Hey, show me something. Show me the Z drive.
It's all the fighting.
We're not turning people away.
All these years. We finally get rid of Silco, just so a new one can take his place.
Yeah, that's what happens. Look at him. It looks like one of his turrets, man. Oh, what that mean? Kind of looks like, ooh.
This is quite troubling.
Is it Shimmer?
I have seen something of this nature before.
Uh-oh. Is it the Hex Core? Like, that's what I was thinking about. There's no way Donga has to break into his own laboratory. That's hilarious. Well, I guess it's not his laboratory anymore, but you know what I'm saying.
Don't you essentially own this place?
Shh.
He's having too much fun with this.
Left the jungle.
The Brambleback has left the jungle. That's some leak flavor. I appreciate it. Look at him. Is it Jace?
Professor!
Yes, of course!
This gonna be good.
Why are you breaking into my lab? And who's he?
My new pupil, Echo. Echo, my former pupil, Jace.
This is great.
We were attempting to sneak in. Oh, pish-posh like you've never done it.
Talk to him about Victor.
You drink tea, Echo?
Yeah, they're gonna have a little chat. Damn. Donga's chugging that shit.
It matches the corruption we saw on the plants we tested with the Hex.
That's what I was thinking about, yeah, the plants.
Did any of the plants survive?
They weren't what we were trying to save. But this pattern, how could it be there and here?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
Victor?
Here he is. So he's clearly being driven by something, I imagine the Hex Core. Like, he seems like he knows exactly what he's meant to be doing. I don't know, like, ooh, I need to look at that. I don't know a lot about Victor's lore. This is the guy from season 1, I think. Yeah, forget his name. Huck or something? All these murals, man. Ooh, something's calling to him. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. What does that mean? People are following him. People with Shimmer? Yep. This is where the games are. Oh, there's a lot there's a lot there. All the different jinxes. What's she doing? Did she pack it up? I don't know, man. Twitch? What is going on here? Ooh. Reminds me, like Caitlyn saw a thing, right? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Is it her? Or is she seeing shit? I can't tell. Nah, look at the hair. They're like special ops, man. Look at them. They look like, cluggers, man. She won't. Now, this is good stuff, man. Jinx is going through it, man. See, now I don't know what to think now. What's gonna happen between all of them? Now, have they brought this gas with them, like, to make it easier for them? Because it's clearly affecting Jinx, who's accustomed to what it's like in the Undercity. I was wondering if it was like an effect, like just for Jinx, like what she's experiencing, but I don't think so. Ah, okay. Like, this is not happening right now. Is that another nod to she had a shot, maybe?
Sorry, Commander.
Commander. Sheesh. That's a Hextech bullet, man. But Kate had like a little... There was a little effect there. It kind of reminded me of Jinx. Excuse me. And that's really messed her up. And I don't think it's about the gas. This guy working for Smeech? No, there he is.
Baby Blue.
Ah, the way he moves, man.
They want you alive. But don't think I won't steer out those peepers. I'm the kind of guy who likes to get in close. Never thought I'd catch you blubbering. Wonder if Silco even saw that.
Twice. When he met me, and when I killed him.
You?
That's crazy.
It's always me. Everyone who gets close to me dies. Wanna know the real kicker? You're the kind of guy who likes to get in close.
Hello? Oh, it's Savika! Hold on now, strap in.
Let's go!
Get involved, Jinx. Oh, it's for Savika. Damn! Hey, yo! Oh, oh, it's like that. It's like that. Oh, the purple effects on her eyes, man. She is a demon, man. This kid! Zeri. I'm just vibing, man. Yo? Wait, I f with this so much. Teemo shrooms. Smeech is a freak, man. Bro, how many effects does this thing have? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Okay, wait. There's a deal to be struck
The
here.
startle.
You forget, Smeech? You already made your last offer.
True. Jesus Christ. Jackpot. But they don't even show it to us, man. Who is this kid? Well, that's all you needed to know. Hey, I love that.
Fancy meeting you here.
Moron never could keep his damn mouth shut.
Not the Jinx and Savika team up, man. This kid is...
You could have just let me eat it.
Haven't I done you enough favors? I didn't ask you for this.
It was something I could fix.
Haven't I done you enough favors? Good callback.
What are you planning?
Oh, there's a lot here.
To finish what's left of my family.
Well, she couldn't do it. Maybe she's talking about herself. Okay. Now, is this down where Kate and Vi were that one time? Oh, what that mean? Yeah, this is... Yeah, I remember this. Come on, bro.
Careful not to scrape up the gear. Won't sell as well.
Ah, I see what they're trying to get at. They think he's all augmented. Come on, Victor, show me something.
Personal friend, we just got needs.
He looks like a mage, man.
So much senseless pain. It was a
Now what is this gonna do? Oh, the music, the visuals. Has he fixed him? Oh, it was a lot for him though. But all these people just saw it. Oh, it's like he's fixed the shimmer. Like mechanically somehow. And they've all seen that Victor can do it. He came down here for a reason.
You need not suffer anymore.
In his eyes, man. Oh. So hopeful. Ah, the light coming down. Yeah, okay. Really gives you a lot to think about though. Oh, hold on. Singed. Well, I think the wolves are making a little bit more sense at the end of last episode now. Chemtech? Warwick? They're teasing it, man. They're teasing it because it's a massive deal. Okay. Alright, that was absolutely fantastic. 90% of the episode devoted to the Undercity, but I think they are absolutely nailing this. There's really a lot to break down from a lot of these scenes, and I'm going to do my best. Alrighty, so we'll start right at the beginning and we'll just work our way through. I think a lot of this is pretty obvious what they're trying to do, but it's just about being able to appreciate it, I think. So this whole opening scene with Jinx and Silco just in itself is so symbolic. Jinx leaving Silco's body at the bottom of the waters where I assume Vander, you know, tried to drown Silco, where Silco would always take Jinx when he was trying to teach her something, and you really get an insight into Jinx's character about how she's feeling through all of this. You know, big lines like Vi would always tell her that she could fix anything, and now Jinx is on all of this. Everything I touch, everyone who gets close to me, I either break or they die. And I love how that comes back up later with Savika, where she says, hey, this was something I could fix, like getting Savika that new armor with Savika of all people, and I'll talk about that more in a bit. And it's just like Jinx says, she's always had someone, Vi, even Vander, and then Silco, to always be there, and the way she puts it here is always bossing her around. Now there's no one. If anything, she has a proper ally, potentially, in Savika. But all of this really makes you question, what's really gonna happen with Jinx? Is she savable? She doesn't really seem to be having an incredible amount of issues like in her head up to this point. It seems like she knows what she wants to do. She's talking like burn it all down, deal with the rest of her family. Now, those are pretty open statements, like what is it? What does she mean by the rest of her family? Obviously it's just Vi, but she could be talking about herself. She could be talking about the Undercity in terms of it, like watching it all burn. Like you don't know. You can assume like could be one or the other, but you don't know. They're really making you question it, and it's contrasted really well with Vi finally agreeing with Caitlyn in the last episode that Jinx is too far gone. I did say last episode that, look, I think we're at a point with Jinx where she needs to be dealt with. Like, she's done too much. Granted, she's not been in her right mind through a lot of this, but something has got to be done, and that's what Piltover has come to the conclusion of. That's where Smeech has come to the conclusion of as well, about let's just give topside Jinx. That's pretty much who they want, and maybe everything will go away. But that all leads into the next scene after the opening, with this epic music video really showcasing what the Undercity is like now that Silco is gone, and a bunch of the other Chem Barons as well, which is just like what is going on in Piltover with a bunch of the counselors no longer around as well. So there was a bit of a divide amongst the counselors about what to do. Something happened, and now they're all in agreement in some ways. Same thing's going on in the Undercity, you know? There's a divide between the Chem Barons, and it's really shown through this like music video sequence as well. There's this divide, you know, there's a big divide between the people, and Jinx is kind of walking through the middle of it. Like, where does she stand? It was a really good scene. I really enjoyed it. So Smeech and these other two new Chem Barons, they could be Chem Barons, they could be anyone, but we haven't seen them in season 1, so they're new on the scene. waiting, trying to rise to power. And Savika's the one that is bearing the burden of all of this in Silco's absence. Might be a little case of you don't know what you have till it's gone kind of thing with Savika and Silco. There was a lot of shadows being cast over Silco's leadership towards the end of season 1. I'm sure Savika really thought about getting rid of Silco to pave the way for some of the other Chem Barons, but she didn't. She stayed loyal, and now the Undercity is just in shambles in Silco's absence. But before we get to Jinx and Savika's first interaction, this little kid man that's just been popping up in the Undercity throughout this whole episode, Jinx saved them and then had some really interesting interactions with this kid. The only character I can really think about like is Zeri. It might not even be a lead character, but it's so interesting. This kid was running and now they're just so interested in what Jinx and Savika are doing, like playing with Smeech's corpse a little bit. Like, that's wild. So we'll keep an eye out for that going forward. And Jinx said some big lines, you know. I think she said like, yeah, if you ever need like a family or a society, like stuff like that, there's my card, which is a crazy statement because she's just been talking about how all that stuff she kind of wrecks. But she seems to be very self-aware about this stuff so far this season, and I don't know, we'll see. And then this place that Smeech is trying to invade, and he sends his little homie in, and there was that crazy thing going on, like in the smoke. I've no idea what's going on there, but I'm gonna remember that going forward. And Savika saying about Jinx, we don't offer up our own people. That is a direct reference to Vanda in season 1. And for Savika to say that about Jinx, crazy shift from season 1, and that leads into their interaction. Like, Savika's in Silco's office, not knowing what to do, struggling to fix her arm, which Jinx does reference, saying Silco was in here struggling to, you know, like apply whatever it was to his eye. Savika's lost. Jinx is a bit lost. They've definitely bonded a little bit here over the loss of Silco. It doesn't seem like Savika is under the impression that Jinx is the one that killed Silco. Like, I imagine that could be an interesting detail. Maybe Savika is like being like this towards Jinx because she meant so much to Silco. I don't know. Either way, I really enjoy it. It's really interesting. Savika's looking for someone to direct her. You know, she's like, what do we do? And Jinx says we burn it all down. Now, she's being very vague, but it's a directive for Savika, you know? Even if Savika doesn't know what she's trying to do, maybe just helping Jinx, following Jinx, that's something for Savika to do. And then Victor. Now, look, this is stuff I'm so here for, man. He is completely transformed. Like, it seems like he's almost one with the Hex Core, and he just like knows what to do. He's being drawn into this very specific point in the Undercity. He has this power now to fix all these people with shimmer issues. Very clear emphasis on like those gears and screws and stuff that he like picked up. Maybe he's like using that to replace the areas of people's bodies that are affected by shimmer. Clearly some arcane stuff going on there as well. Visually, it just seems very much like the Void, where if you're just an arcane watcher, you know nothing about League of Legends, you'll have no idea what the Void is. I did see someone break down the latest trailer, and man, they really went in on it. Some very clear references to the Void, I think, which I'm really excited about. I'd love to see some Void stuff in Arcane, man. Oh, I love the Void so much. Like, as a lover of fantasy and sci-fi, you know, like, oh, it's just the stuff that I like. But Jace here as well, he's coming to realizations that I guess he should have come to in season 1. And having just rewatched season 1, like, it was really obvious, like, the routes that Jace was heading down, he was trying to do what he felt was right. And a lot of it was because Marcus was in the position that he was in, you know, working with Silco. That's why Jace felt the need to step in as a counselor and try and make all of these positive changes. But in doing so, he grew further apart from Victor and what their original goal was. And I guess it's taken to Victor pretty much dying in Jace's arms to bring Jace back, and then see that this technology has saved Victor's life. For Jace to go, I need to be down here, I need to be working on fixing things. And he's saying Heimerdinger was wrong. No, he's going to find out that Heimerdinger was very right. And I think Victor understands that as well by saying that he was supposed to die. Jace was supposed to destroy the Hex Core. But now that Victor is what he is, he seems very aware of what he's capable of and what he's meant to do. And obviously very guilt-stricken about Sky as well. He's seen that them going down this path has killed someone that he cared about, and someone that's haunting him, I guess. So he's gone, okay, I'm gonna take this into the Undercity and try and save as many people as I can. It took a lot out of him, so maybe he thinks the more he does this, he's gonna save a lot of people, then he's gonna die. But then it's really rocked Jace as well. Like, Jace has been through it. He's constantly trying to do what he feels is right, and then after almost losing Victor, he's ready to give everything away to try and work with Victor again. Victor knows that's not right, but Jace can't understand it, and it's not possible for him to understand it because only Victor knows what's going on. And I'm really glad that Heimerdinger and Echo rocked up and they ended up talking to Jace, because I think that these are exactly the people, especially Heimer, that Jace needs to be talking about with this sort of stuff. And Heimer's seen what's happened, so I think that's all where it needs to be, and I'm very happy about it. And as Victor's walking through the Undercity, he's following these footsteps that he can see. Like, is it Shimmer related? Is it Hextech related? Is it Arcane related? But some of these murals were catching my eye, and I have heard talks of specific lead characters potentially being referenced. So I'm just going to have a little look. And to be honest, it's probably not something I would have even paid attention to if I hadn't seen people talking about it. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be Janna. Now that I look at it a little bit more, people are praising it. There's some wind stuff going on. Yeah, I think it's Janna. Again, I don't know much about Janna's lore, but even if that's all it is, it's just a little Easter egg. I can appreciate that. I like it. And then Heimer and Echo. So there's a little bit of a situation going on with their tree, and it immediately makes you think of the hex core and what Victor was doing with the plants, which is exactly what Echo and Heimer go to the lab about. So funny seeing Heimer break into his own place, mirroring exactly what Victor and Jace did in season 1. But the big question there is, how is this happening? The only thing I can really think of is it to do with Shimmer? But how does that connect with what Victor and Jace were doing with the Hex Core? But to me, the reason the Hex Core has bonded with Victor and not with all the plants is because the first bit of organic matter it interacted with was Victor's blood. So this specific hex core I think is only compatible with Victor, and then he can do with it what he wants potentially to these other people, maybe. So maybe in order to save this tree, for example, they need another hex core specifically for that tree. Like that's just where my mind takes me. I don't know. I'm not Heimer, I'm not Jace, I'm not that smart. But Jace did specifically say that the hex core wasn't meant to save these plants. What they were trying to save was human lives, and specifically Victor, who was dying. And then we get to this scene with Jinx. Now she's in this room where they did the boxing, you know, and all of the shooting range stuff. Now she's come here to package up a brand new arm for Savika, and she seems to have incorporated a lot of the things in this room to attach to this arm, which I'll get to in a bit. It's insane. But here's the strike team. Here's Caitlyn, here's Vi, Maddie, I assume the other two as well. Really, really interesting scene. It's pretty much entirely from Jinx's perspective. This gas stuff was really interesting too. Like, I imagine the strike team have brought it with them because you can see how much it was affecting Jinx physically. So it's probably just to make it easier for them to traverse these places. But to me, it almost like kind of seemed like Jinx was experiencing it because it was Vi and Caitlyn, you know? It was just like this added effect to here's all this trauma that's come right up to Jinx's face. It was really out of nowhere. Like, I didn't expect them to come this close to each other this early on. Obviously, Vi and Caitlyn don't know. I think Caitlyn was close to being aware that Jinx was there. But I wonder if this is mirroring episode 9. Jinx had a shot on Vi and she couldn't do it. It's really adding to the layers and questions as to what's going to happen between the sisters. And again, it's almost like Caitlyn had a little shot. I know Jinx popped up a little bit when she turned the power on. Like, I wonder if that was just a visual thing or if she was actually there behind all the moving targets. But Caitlyn eventually did take a shot. She had like a little effect. Like, we know what Caitlyn's going through. She's so mad at Jinx. I like that we don't get any words from these characters, from the Piltover characters and Vi. It's all from Jinx's perspective, really, and then a little bit of Caitlyn. It's so interesting. And then Jinx gets ambushed by Smeech and his crew. This is one of my favorite scenes of this episode. Lots of callbacks to lines that have already been said this episode and to things from season 1 as well. Just love this interaction between Jinx and Smeech, you know? Smeech saying he's one of the guys that likes to get in close, and Jinx saying, hey, anything that gets close to me, you know, you want to find out what happens to that? That's some good stuff. But it's Savika that comes in and saves Jinx, and that's all you need to know about where we're heading with this. Really, really dope scene. We really get to see what Jinx and Savika can do. It's not like we don't know what they can already do, but it's just, it was such a different style in some ways to season 1, which I really appreciate. Very to the point. This kid is just here as well, just watching all of this and just seems so enthralled by Jinx as a person. This kid's gonna have a part to play for sure. But Smeech is gone. I'm not entirely shocked about that. It's Remy or Rennie, I actually can't remember, the Chem Baron that we killed off in episode 1, and now it's Smeech as well, so that's one less person causing all of this trouble in the Undercity. And Smeech was the one that really wanted to get Jinx, so this is gonna be good for Savika. But this arm that Savika has, how many different things is it able to do? I saw a lot of really interesting symbols on it, like the Teemo shrooms, for example, kind of just symbolizing, you know, poison, something like that. But dude, it was such a good scene. Great soundtrack, great visuals, and it's all just leading to Jinx and Savika pretty much teaming up. Zavika potentially still looking for a direction as to what to do, and Jinx has said, I'm gonna destroy what's left of my family. We'll really see what she means by that as we get into this. But pretty gruesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, they didn't really show it, but it's all over Zavika. Like, we're not messing around this season, and I'm here for it. And then these final two scenes, so Victor's down here doing his thing. They're really putting a lot of emphasis on this, and I'm so happy about it. So he's fixed Huck, like all these people have seen what he's able to do. It does take a lot out of him at this point. They're all worshipping him, man. Like, he looks like a mage, like a deity. Like, he's able to do these otherworldly things. Like, it's just so cool. I really want to see more. Like, I really want to see what's going to happen with all of this. I'm so interested in it. And then this final scene, once again, we're paying attention to Singed, and I should have been able to catch this at the end of episode 1. It was wolves, right, that he went to get in this cave, and he's really experimenting with all this stuff. We saw a little bit of, the Warwick Vander looking thing. I really hope that's not a spoiler at this point. It's been everywhere, hanging up in his lap at the end of season 1, and he's getting closer, man. He is getting closer. That might be the next episode kind of thing. I don't know at what point we can expect to see Warwick / Vander, but I'd love to see some more Zornite / Piltover champions. There are so many more champions from League of Legends than what we've seen that originate in these areas. I think Echo builds Blitzcrank in League lore. I'd love to see that happen. That would be really cool. But I'm talking like characters like Zeri. I actually don't know a lot about Zeri's lore. She seems very happy-go-lucky as a champ. And this kid, I don't know, we'll see maybe. Like Twitch, I saw the rats this episode, and the poison would make sense. Renata, Camille from Piltover, other stuff like that. I don't know how much they plan to give us. I just love seeing stuff like that. So we'll see about all that. But all in all, that was incredibly enjoyable. Episode 1 really set the tone for Piltover. This has really set the tone for everything else pretty much. The Undercity, Jinx, Savika, Victor. We've paid attention to everything now at this point. So next episode, the last episode of this act, you know it's gonna slap just like it did in season 1. But that's gonna do it. I'll have episode 3 up as soon as I can as well. God, I'm really enjoying myself. This is just like watching season 1. It's such a unique experience. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Arcane.